Can you leave my church and go put on man clothes? And don't come here like that no more.
Thank you, Jesus.
I hold a standard in here. Whatever you do on the outside is your business. But I will not let drag queens come in here. And y'all gonna come in here, you're gonna dress like a man. Now, whatever you do on the outside, that's your business. But when you come in this house, if you're a man, dress like a man. If you're a woman, you dress like a woman. I'm not going to allow it. My salvation is more important. And God is holding me accountable. Now, whatever you do outside these doors, I don't bash, I don't judge. But when you come in here, you will not be a drag queen. And if the Holy Ghost tell me in my spirit that is drag queen sitting here with wigs on, I'm going to ask you to be removed from the sanctuary. Because you cannot, I will not play this game. You will not, I don't care if you don't clap and you don't like it, don't come here. You will not be wearing wigs and heels and fooling people up in here.
Come on. Come on.
So you can fool people, but see, I got the Holy Ghost for real. I can pick your spirit up in the back of the church.
Hallelujah.
Now, if you don't know me, don't come here and play with me. Okay, I can pick the spirit up. He was bothering my spirit. I had to see what he had on.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Because that's a man, that's not a woman.
Hold it, prophet.
Now, whatever you do on the outside, between you and God, you can drag all day. But you got to respect the rule of the house. Now, they may allow it at other churches. But if I know you a man with a wig on, I'm either going to snatch that wig off or you got to get up out of here. Because as for me and my house, now y'all ain't talking. You ain't got to never come back here, but you're not going to wear no heels in here.
Come on.
Anybody that know my preaching, you know I don't call fags.
Come on. Come on.
I don't do no bashing because everybody is struggling with something. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to disrespect the house of God. Now that I can't do. You call me, talk about me, put me on live tonight. Okay, you can spread this all over the world and tell every drag to come and try me. Because I stand for holiness. I can't make nobody live right, but I'm going to make you respect this house at 7040 Southwestern, or don't come here. Don't come here throwing no wig and you a man.
Come on. Come on.
We're not going to do that not up in here.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
What's going on, cousins? It's me, your boy, your cousin, your homie, AJ Red. I'm back tonight with another episode of the AJ Red Show, and tonight I'm going to be paying a ghetto tribute to the LGBTQ community plus for Pride Month. Y'all want to come over here and talk about some shit in that video I just showed y'all? And that's going to be the topic of the night, by the way. Y'all come on over here in the living room and shit and pour you up a drink. We're going to talk about some shit. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. It's me, your boy, your cousin, your homie, your next door neighbor. Hell, maybe even your coworker if you fuck with me like that, or if I fuck with you like that. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. And tonight, y'all, like I said, tonight's video is going to be geared towards ghetto realness for the gay community. Gay, lesbian, trans, queer, all of those plus. Because, honestly, I never got a chance to even speak on the subject and really expound on it the way I wanted to. So that video is actually really old, I think. Well, not really old, but it's kind of old. But it's one of the things I used as an example of what the fuck I'm going to talk about tonight. But before we get into all that, please go ahead now. If this is your first video, hit the subscribe button. Hit the motherfucking like button. That's the thumbs up button. That gives your boy good reviews, okay? And make sure to share these motherfucking videos with somebody. You know, your cousin. The other one. Not me, because, you know, I'm fave. You know, your coworker. If y'all fuck with them like that, maybe even your neighbor. Hopefully they don't come over and ask you to borrow a cup of sugar, no shit like that, no flour, just because a bitch sent a video. But then now they got your fucking phone number, so now it's all up there. So I feel y'all, but share these motherfucking videos with somebody y'all know. How about that? And always, always, always go ahead and drop down in the comment section and let me know what you thought about the video itself and the topic. Y'all know I like to get down there with y'all in the conversation piece and be talking to y'all about all kinds of shit and responding and getting back with y'all. And y'all are doing a great job with that. Thank you, cousins. I really appreciate that so, so much. Shermanique, girl, this is a shout out just for you. Look, Shermanique is one of my good, faithful cousins. She been on this bitch ever since I had, 14 or 50 followers, subscribers, you know? And she been hanging out with a bitch for the longest. Taylor the Factor, if I have the name right, another good cousin of mine that stays on here down to the thing that's been on here ever since I was, just starting the thing. And y'all have been riding with me, and I want to say before I begin tonight, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all that you do for me. I really feel like I ask so much of you guys, but you give me so much more in return, and y'all complain a fuck about it. Y'all must be real cousins, because them other ones, them bitches give you $2, and they got to complain about it all the way down the aisles, up and down to Walmart. Why they got $700 with the food stamps, but they worry about them $2 motherfucking dollars you owe them. Child, please. Baby boom. Let me give you these 8 quarters so you can get the fuck on. But anyway, thank you guys so much. All right, jumping into tonight's topic. I'm going to tell y'all again, there's going to be some ratchet shit, so I'm telling you right now, your kids should not hear this. I do not label my videos for children, so please do not share this with your child unless you and your child got a different dynamic of a relationship. That's on you and your body and how you raise your household, and I respect it. But, put some earbuds or some shit in, or some headphones or something, or go in the bathroom and sit on the shitter for a while and get ready for them kids any motherfucking way and light you up a fucking blunt and smoke yourself out with the fan on, bitch, sitting up in the tub with the shower, because we got the shower running. I heard when the shower's running, the steam helps you get, further up there. You ain't gonna meet Jesus, but you gonna really feel real good. That's what I heard. I'm telling y'all what I heard, not what I've experienced. I'm just saying, take that for word of mouth. But getting into tonight's topic, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, there is so much of a whirlwind in the world we live in today, and there's so much of an uproar, there's so much negativity, so much backlash against the LGBTQ community, right? Some of you may agree, some of you may not. When you think about the way the world works and the world we live in and the way people treat certain people knowing their sexuality, that's why I'm saying it's kind of funny how some other motherfuckers that are straight and come out and tell y'all they eat booty and shit, or they like their booty ate, from the bite, or they got fucked up feet, or they get pissed on, or it's all kind of freaky shit these motherfuckers coming out with, celebrities and all, on just their Instagram alone. But it seems as though when it comes to the gay community, the gay, queer, whatever, all them, I keep saying I'm part of that community as well. So therefore, all I can tell y'all, if you are in the community, bitch, cousin, don't worry about it. Sit back and sip your drink, bitch. I got this. And trust me, when I'm done, bitch, you're going to be very proud of me, bitch. You're probably going to send me $5 to my Cash App or some shit like that. But trust me, hold up, swole up. I got this one. So, but it's just so much stigma and so much backlash with gay men being married, gay women, same-sex relationships being married and having children. And now it's so fucking bad. Now Target is catching backlash for putting out gay children's wear. When I say gay children's wear, it's like basically, I guess if it was me and my husband, we probably would for Pride Month. We probably ain't going out to a parade or no shit like that, because we don't fuck around with a big crowd of people like that. We ain't gonna do that. So with that being said, we probably would dress our baby up and take some pictures or some shit like that and post. But we probably ain't going no motherfucking where, in them outfits. So, but the bottom line is some people do, and just for that reason. So at the end of the day, if it's Pride Month and it's geared towards that, why not be able to offer to all? And what they've been trying to work on is inclusiveness. All of these platforms, all of these companies, these major corporations, these Fortune 500 companies, a lot of them have been really getting, after they got over into biracial commercials and things like that and ads, they then went on to, when gay marriage was accepted, at some point, it didn't happen right away, but here recently, it's been a high motherfucking wave of a lot of commercials, and y'all gotta admit, of gay couples with children and shit like that. Even now with the mesothelioma commercials, fuck, they done even updated them. probably Activia now, Jamie Lee Curtis probably got a boyfriend and probably got a baby now, or grandbaby, and the baby probably got on, you know, some gay shit. I don't fucking know. The bottom line is, it's the huger topic is homosexuality in the church. And I'm gonna say mostly in the black church because it's them motherfuckers that's fucking around with the bullshit. And like I told you, I'll be getting straight to the thing. Again, this one of them nights y'all about to really feel me and understand who the fuck I am and where I'm coming from. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe. If not, I'm so sorry, but this is who I am and this is how I think. And these are just my thoughts. This is not something I'm saying that's a fact, although most of it will be. The bottom line is, I'm speaking my motherfucking opinion, and most of y'all like it. So, but at the end of the day, like I said, homosexuality in the black church, it just really gets under my motherfucking skin to see people act the way that alleged pastor acted in that video towards, you know, the gay community and all this different stuff, and even those that chose to dress in drag. Now, me personally, it got me so pissed off, I watched it at work. And I was so mad, I had to go take a 10-minute motherfucking break. Go stand out on the rooftop and just let the wind whisk across my motherfucking face. I probably got, you know, all kind of pollen and shit in my hand, my motherfucking face. God, thank God I didn't get shitted on by a bird. But I had to take a 10 and come back and watch the rest of it. It's so fucking crazy how people in the black church will sit up and say they are devout Christians and they live by the Bible, word for word, you know, and act for act. That's when they're in the church. When they're in the church. And some of them bitches so motherfucking bold, they cuts up in the church. Them same ones that don't want you sitting in their motherfucking assigned seat, that ain't nobody engraved or sewn their motherfucking name in. Yeah, bitch, you been coming here 45, 75 years, but who gives a fuck? When you die, then they give your ass a motherfucking plaque on the bench. But until then, when you come in, unless you're a deaconess or something like that, or a deacon, get your motherfucking ass here early and cop that fucking spot and sit the fuck down somewhere and shut the fuck up and pray. You have those. You have those in the choir that want to tell everybody what the fuck to do and can't hit a motherfucking note from here to C. Can't even carry a motherfucking tune in a pale motherfucking bucket. Those are the same things, but y'all understand what I'm saying. Aluminum bucket, yeah. A motherfucking pail. Can't stay on beating the choir and shit, fucking up the rotation with everybody else. When everybody else going left, bitch, you going right. You fucking up the thing. You can't clap on motherfucking beat. And not, but that's the way they behave. And that shows you how fucked up their spirit is, because they can't even get the shit together. Because they fucking around in ministries they shouldn't even be in. But the bottom line is, me personally, that video made me, I don't even dress in drag, never have, and I'm pretty sure never will, but I ain't got nothing against anybody that does. Because that's them being themselves or being a character, whatever the fuck they decide to do. Bottom line is, that made me want to go get dressed in drag and find this church and go sit up in there. And somebody like me, God, I'm not sitting there saying I do, but in my mind, I would sit up there and probably bring one of them old popper guns you get from the store somewhere with the fireworks. And when they get to talking all that old bullshit, because me, probably back in the days, like I tell you right now, I fight at the church. I fight at the funeral home. I have no motherfucking problem. You better check my motherfucking record or ask somebody. Matter of fact, because I don't have no record. But word of mouth, if you put your hands on me somewhere, I'm going to ask the Lord to give me forgiveness for what I'm about to do, because I'm going to fuck you up. So with that being said, that made me want to go dress up in drag, find this church and go sit up in there and dare anybody to fuck with me before the benediction. Because how dare you sit up there and embarrass another human being? You sit up there and say to yourself, everybody's going through something, or everybody is dealing with something. But yet they came to the house of prayer, like some of the other folks said in the comments. You don't know what souls you could have saved that God sent over to your house. And that was supposed to be your test to turn into somebody else's testimony. But you done fucked up the thing. Because you had to sit up here and call these people out to your spirit was bothering you and telling you there was a drag queen in the bite. No, you knew what a drag queen was, because 9 times out of 10, he's a motherfucker that's an undercover brother anyway, that's probably around there fucking motherfucking drag queens and probably sucking their dick and probably getting off on it very motherfucking well. Them the kind of motherfuckers right there you need to look out for. That's pastoring y'all churches, trying to give y'all the word to my feeding the flock, but bitch, y'all better check what he motherfucking put in the feed. Because it all goes by how a man acts. And the way he acted was not holy at all. I stand for holiness. And not in my house, not a man dressed up in a wig. If you're going to come in here, you got to be a man dressed in man clothes and a woman dressed in woman clothes. How could you identify the two? Either one or two things. Like I said, you have plenty of experience with fucking around with a drag queen, one. And I'm thinking that's number one. I'm pretty sure that's it. Or two, you done fucked around and found a bitch that just started dressing in drag and you know what the fuck they was doing, because they could have covered it up a whole lot better than that. because I've met drag queens, bitch, would really make you think, make you want to take your two fingers like this here and run them twitch their legs to see if they got their dick tucked up in the back of their buns or to see if they got a twiddler down up in there. You see what I'm saying? They're just that motherfucking gorgeous. So with that being said, now there are some that, have such manly features unless they've had, alterations done. You can kind of tell right out the bat. So, I mean, that's number 3, which is way at the bottom of the list. Far down the line, I'm still putting my money on, and like my grandma would say, my neck on the guillotine for he done had plenty of experience with a drag queen. And if you listen, you heard a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers in the back hollering amen and clapping their hands and all this. And for the ones that didn't clap at first, he goes, I don't care if you don't clap. I don't care if you don't say amen. My salvation is worth all of you. A fucking lie. You probably out there sucking more dick than goddamn baby sucking on bottles. Come on now, get real. And that's me personally, as that drag queen, before I would have left your motherfucking house. You gonna know how I felt. Because at the end of the day, if you couldn't pull me to the side and have a conversation with me in the bike, or after the service, or at least give me an opportunity to get my soul saved, maybe want to run down there and plead to the Lord to change my life, which, good luck. I don't know. Good luck. You make people feel unloved and unwanted, and there is no God. I've heard plenty of gay people say, apparently there is no God because this life I'm living just because I chose to be myself, or just because I chose to live in my truth, or because I chose to dress a certain way. Now I'm being haggled, disrespected, talked down to, treated, ultimately different. And let's not forget the fact, if you're already black, gay, and young, you can fucking hang it up. Because it's the old queens are still having trouble. You got 3 strikes already. And again, the place that you're supposed to go to for healing, for rejuvenation, spiritual. That's why I don't go around into the church. Because they'll fuck your mind up. Listen, I belong to a church over there called Lily Grove, and I don't give a fuck. It make no difference. Ain't nobody gonna call them here and tell me shit, and if they do, fuck them. I mean, period. Not tell them that to their face. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the fuck I feel. I may be expressing it in a manner that seems aggressive, but I'm not. I'm just speaking my motherfucking truth. That's why I don't fuck around over there, because Terry Anderson always had a knack of damn near every month having a sermon to bash gay people. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck you doing? Getting your booty hole blown in at night by a drag queen or a gay man? Because he kept saying, oh, don't worry about it, I don't have no wife and all this different stuff. And I don't, what the fuck went on between the man and his wife, I don't know. Because I'm not even going to speak on that. But I just know during the time I was under his leadership, he did not have a wife for quite a while now. It's my understanding. I think he did remarry. But the bottom line, it got on my motherfucking nerve that I'm coming out here paying my motherfucking tithes, which ain't nothing again but another bill. Then I got to go home and figure out how to feed myself and do all this other shit. And I'm sitting here on Sunday because now I come here to get rejuvenated and re-strengthened and all this different stuff. After I done fucked up my whole week long like plenty of the others, Now I got to come in here and hear you talk about my sex life or what dare I choose or what not. I don't hear you talking to heterosexually, but telling them, oh, if you fucking Tom, Dick, Harry, or Sally, Sue, and Sarah, you're gonna fuck around and one, probably catch something, and then 2, that ain't holy. I got tired of hearing that shit. So I stopped fucking around up over there. I don't give a fuck how good your ceremony is. I don't give a fuck how good the music is. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a damn how you can pray and I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm concerned about when I come here, you giving me what you promised, which was a connection with God that I can build on my own, and I don't need you. An interceder. For what? If I already got the number to the hotline. What I need you for? I don't even know. Jesus ain't got no secretary. He handles his own calls and his own business. And like a lot of you motherfuckers, he ain't got no Rolls Royce, no Bentley, or no Cadillac. I heard the man walk around barefoot and probably with some sandals on. And naked under a garment. Y'all got Brooks Brothers 3-piece suits and all that shit, but you gonna tell everybody else because of what you buying and living and driving in and how you dress is keeping up with the time of being a man of God. Well, if that's the case, then keep up with the motherfucking time of everything else that's going on. And I'm not saying everything that's going on should be a trend, but I'm sitting here saying, you're saying most churches might accept that because, all they want is to be inclusive and all this different stuff. You be the same kind of motherfucker. You do the same inclusive shit because, bitch, when the politicians come around there to fatten your motherfucking pocket for you to sit around there and have him come down there one Sunday and fuck around there and pop up on the congregation, donate a couple of dollars to the church, and while all of us to listen to your motherfucking ass hoop and holler and scream about some kind of shit that you bashing us for, sending us to hell, we don't send a certain donation to pay our motherfucking tithes. Now, after all that, then you done sang a meter, motherfucking hymn, you done sit up here and croaked out some kind of ditty, you know. Then you're going to turn around and slide, oh, now Senator, Governor so-and-so for re-election. We don't want to talk to this mother. If we wanted to talk to him, we'd have went down there to the voting poll. We already got our minds made up. So why you sitting there? We ready to get home to our collard greens and our fried chicken and our red beans. Shit like that. You know, sweet potato pie. We're not trying to hear this nigga talk about go vote for him. We've seen enough commercials about him already. We don't give a fuck about him. Because 9 times out of 10, the one you brought over here pretty much ain't no fucking good. We already know it. But what I'm saying is, that's why nobody fucks with the church. When people realize during COVID that they can make a connection with God themselves or whatever deity, you know, they choose to worship, believe in, people realize they didn't need to have to drive down there and spend $20 gas and stop on the side of the road somewhere at the gas station and pick up some goddamn peppermints to make sure their cigarette breath is straight or their breath is straight. You know what I'm saying? To come over there, then pay admission fee, which is a tithes, and still y'all pass the goddamn collection bucket like, what, 7 fucking times? Like, goddamn. What is all this for? Because when you go back down there, they're asking for anything. Oh, can you fill out this application and see what your income is? What the fuck you mean? You didn't ask what my motherfucking income was when you were taking it. Now, were you? You just wanted your 10%. You didn't give a fuck what that was. You wanted 10% of the gross or the net, whichever one is the larger. I think it's the net. They want the biggest chunk of your money for doing what? Telling you going to hell. But like I said, if I'd have been that drag queen, ain't nowhere in the world, I'd have sit up there and had me old 22 of my purse and some shit like that and fuck around and bang that bitch off in that ceiling about 4 or 5 times and made all them bitches go out, get down up in the back and run down and get up in that baptismal pool. Even his swole belly, you big sweet belly, sweet baby, bottomless belly bitch, you ought to be ashamed of your motherfucking self. And you call yourself a man of God to my ass, for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. I don't condemn nobody. I don't judge nobody. You just did, motherfucker. And that's speaking to him then and the motherfuckers that's doing it now. Because I can honestly tell you, like I said, when you bring it is where we going to swing it. I'm not proud of that because my thing is I try my best to stay in character. But when people decide to put their hands on me, when they decide to put their motherfucking meat beaters on me, things turn different. You can't just keep putting your motherfucking, your dick beaters on me and think ain't nothing supposed to come in return. I remember when I went to Kimberell's church, and when I went down there to a church, it was a program. My brother had just died, and they did like a little musical and all that stuff when they usually do when certain people die or whatever. Did a little musical, probably raise some money. I don't know, for the funeral and shit. They did a little musical, and she stopped me and someone else I was with. She stopped us, and she was like, when the thing was over, she goes, well, we're going to have another service, yada, yada, yada. I would love y'all come back and all this different stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Gave us a date and all that shit. Then when I tell you that little church, and shit, really ain't no bigger than 2 apartments put together. They sound good, though. They parking ain't worth the fuck. But anyway, getting back to the story, she invited us back and went back down there to the thing. Now, apparently, she probably could tell we was in the lifestyle. So when we get back there, she decides to get up. They have good singing and shit going on. People done fell out and all that carrying on. Screaming and hollering and shit and carrying on with the music and all that different stuff. Good kind of church. That's what church is to me. That to me, music is what soothes the soul. And when you got some good singing and some good musicians over there fucking up the thing, I can read the church with you all day long. But if you get up with ignorant ass messages out of your buster boot ass motherfucking mouth, this bitch got up there hollering about, I detect gay spirits in the house and all this different stuff. I detect a homosexual spirit in the room, several of them, plenty of them as a matter of fact. Then she points out some man that's in her choir or her praise team, should I say, and say, now, first of all, bitch, I don't know if we signed a disclosure for this or what, points him out and he's like a fool waving, she gonna say, 2 years ago, when we prayed over him at the altar down here and we delivered him from homosexuality. Bitch, please. I looked at that nigga and I walked in the room and that nigga got up there with that motherfucking aluminum foil motherfucking outfit on that was shining in the motherfucker. I damn near had to wear shades through the whole goddamn service, looking at him every time he got up on the motherfucking stage to sing. Not only that, the bitch had a broke hand still. So, I mean, if you healed all that shit, he got arthritis? What the fuck's going on? Bitch, you didn't heal that man. I'm pretty sure when he leaves away from here, he just know now in order to sing over here and be around the Kim Burrell and say he's on her praise team, he had to at least say women's. I'm not gay no more. He like women's. And put that shit on y'all at the church and put that front up in that facade again, not really being themselves when he come into the house of worship over there with y'all and your big stone cold belly wearing ass. And then she goes on, no. And I'm thinking to myself to think, also, when that bitch ain't here, that bitch probably on some kind of dating website. He is fucking the men's. Now, if you sitting up here thinking your hands is that powerful or you got that much breath in your belly, bitch, you can do a plenty of runs. You can do a plenty of rhymes. You can sing a plenty of notes. I will give you that all day long, very much so. But at the end of the day, I don't believe them little mushroom hands, bitch. Them little baby squirrel hands, raccoon fingers got enough power in them to about taking no gay away. Because if that was the case, you'd probably hear some shit in your past that you really heard about now. But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, them motherfuckers been scarred by something and they want to sit up and, and with that story, basically we raised the fuck up. Now the rest of them hoes, now I'm telling you, I'm not no normal bitch. You not finna sit up here and insult me and I done gave money to help bury your brother and shit. Bitch, and I done gave money, walk around this altar and gave 17 times. And I had to go get change at the corner store to get 420. Because I'm like, these bitches passed the bucket too much. Because I wasn't finna put no whole 20 up in there and turn around, you gonna pass this bucket, 16 more motherfucking times. Because I'm not putting nothing else in it. I'm going to wave my hand over it. Listen, like Karen them said, if I can't say a word, I just wave my hand. Hallelujah. And that's what I was going to do over that bucket and bless the thing and keep it the fuck on moving down the aisle and ain't give a fuck who ever seen me. Because just like with them, I'd have got the fuck up and walked out if they'd have said anything indifferent. We raised the fuck up. This bitch talking about, I see I've interrupted I've disturbed some spirits of homosexuality, people getting up and leaving. I turned around in the middle of the service and I told her, first of all, I'm leaving because I don't believe in what you're preaching, period. That's just the thing. I don't want to be here. I'm not going to come sit down here and nobody tell me about my life and how I'm supposed to live and all the fucked up shit you done did here recently and to people. You like to hurt people's feelings and you think the shit funny. So what kind of person does that make you? Let's talk about it. And why I say, there's a bunch of dumbasses in the background, amen, this and hallelujah, that, and all this different stuff here. And half of them probably wearing dresses from the Pick and Save, I'm finna say State Farm. But from the thrift store, some shit, because they too busy paying all the tithes, he tell them, and all this different shit here, probably sitting around that motherfucker with all lamps and candles had the time, because they trying to pay their tithes so they can be blessed. You still a motherfucker, God done bless you with the job, and bless you with a paycheck. I did a short thing. Listen. Take that money and pay your light bill. Stop going down there paying that man's bills. Because that's, to me, is all church is about nowadays. It's an almighty dollar. And my whole thing is they're in bed with the government. They're in bed with the politicians and all that shit. So there's no way in motherfucking Egyptian hell I would have allowed that smucker pucker jelly belly motherfucker to sit up there and talk to me like that with whatever the fuck I had on. I could have had on some motherfucking stilettos. I'm probably dressed better than your motherfucking wife. Probably look better than her in men's clothes, bitch. As you probably said, men wear men clothes and women wear women clothes. Who the fuck defined this shit as to what the fuck people should wear? I want to really go back in history somewhere and figure out who said that people were supposed to be wearing, men supposed to wear pants and all that, because at the end of the day, Jesus wrote a robe, a gown, linen cloth or some shit like that. And probably ain't had no drawers up under there. They wasn't making no motherfucking Hanes way back then. They didn't have no jock straps, but they probably had jock straps because I think they did. They probably wearing jock straps or going around that motherfucker hanging and swinging. But somebody decided it's better for the culture to decipher the men from the women after they probably seen some shit back in the past that probably freaked them the fuck out or made them not understand what life is supposed to be about. Life is about variety. It's just the variety in which person's life that they choose to have in said person's life. And I don't think that I need to be coming down here to your church for you to be trying to sit up and embarrass me. Because like I said, had it been any of me and my friends, I can tell you, me and my crew, we don't give a fuck. We would have turned the service out. The sermon wasn't going to happen. And we ain't had to touch nobody up in that bitch, because these right here on all of us bitches, any bitch that I fuck with, and then you know who you are. I ain't gonna call a roll bitch, but y'all know who y'all are. If we had been in there, and if it had just been 2, 3, 4 of us, maybe even 5, it'd have been so much going on. We'd have been cussing them bitches out so much and so bad, so loud, so motherfucking fast. They didn't know if we was speaking Chinese or if we was in that bitch speaking in tongues. Then they gonna probably turn around and say we was straight up possessed by a demon. No, not at all. The bottom line is where you bring it is where I swing it. Don't do no shit like that. I heard the pastor say one time when he did the altar call, he told the people, the ones that was coming, he had nerve to tell the people, us, say the same pastor I had nerve to tell us, I'm casting a net and I'm reeling them in, so y'all don't run them off. You the motherfucker they got to worry about. Instead of hounding about their part, they have, and not somewhere up betwixt there, they have a school or classes for you to go to become a member. Where the fuck they do that at? Now I got to get up out my bed early in the morning and get down here to the church house at 7:30, 8 o'clock, just to sit up here and let somebody else tell me how I need to be a Christian for 4 Sundays? I think not. Now, I've done it. Don't get me wrong, I've done it. And then they want to know your background and all that stuff. Bitch, I'm not applying for pastor. I said I wanted to be a member. And was in the choir sometime, but shit, half them was so fucking messy. You had, like I say, half them old women up there can't carry a fucking tune in the book and have been up there since 19 motherfucking 18 and still ain't learned how to hit the alto note. Still rocking around with the wrong shit, clapping all beating shit, and still that same old lady, how about that's my seat? The fuck you mean? I got here before you. I do not see your name engraved or carved in this motherfucking seat. What made me leave is when they installed the motherfucking ATM machine. Listen, nope. You got me fucked up. I ain't never been a member of a church up until then that had an ATM machine installed because, bitch, they didn't want you to have no reason to say you weren't gonna pay your tithes or give nothing today. If you how about I ain't bringing no cash, don't worry, bitch, they got Cash App, they had Apple Pay, they had Zelle, they had the ATM machine, and bitch, they had the church website you can text the motherfucking money to, bitch. We got 5 ways you can send this motherfucking bread, bitch, so where it at? Whatever account you got in hiding, and we got a ways you can send it up over here. Come on, let's get it. Because you need this prayer. You need this salvation. You need this healing for them ankles with the arthritis in it. You need that healing for whatever your ailment is you got going on. You got to go down there and pay him. If that's the case, you better go find your goddamn voodoo doctor. And let them cook you up some shit, some herbs and whatnot that you can rub on your ass and rub on your shit in your bite or your knees and whatnot. And you'll fuck around there and see yourself doing the Charleston or the motherfucking Harlem Shuffle or something. You can fuck up the thing, probably. I'm pretty sure. Just saying. You going out here paying the doctor, which I'm telling y'all, go to the doctor, bitch. Don't not go to the doctor. Do that. Please do that by all means. Get your shit checked. Everybody get your shit checked. And also in honor of Pride Month, I have to say this. If I don't give a fuck if you pansexual, mansexual, cransexual, homosexual, heterosexual, Google sexual, loose booty sexual. I don't give a fuck what you define as. Take your motherfucking ass if you are somewhere getting booty from the bite or the front or even in your mouth or your booty hole or your cootie hole, bitch. And I don't give a fuck if you married. I do not give a fuck if you married or not. Take your ass down there to the doctor because I will tell y'all, and this is just me jumping in on some information, just some knowledge. I will tell y'all again, what I've learned is you have primary care physicians. Those primary care physicians do not know anything about infectious disease. So they don't usually test for that shit in your annual blood work or none of that shit because they don't know what to do with it after it comes up. So if you don't go in there and ask for it, you will never get it. More than likely, there are some doctors that, very few, but more than likely you will never get it because what I've learned is they're not taught anything related to that field in their schooling, in their education courses. So make sure when you go get your annual, like I said, I don't give a fuck what you define as. If you fuck around and getting booty, even if you're getting booty in your nostrils, bitch, or your ear hole, whatever the fuck freaky shit you're doing, go down there and get yourself checked. They got plenty of free places. Google a free clinic near you. They ain't gonna charge you a motherfucking thing to go in there and get tested from the rooter to the tutor and give you your results. And if God forbid you get something going on, they can help you. And wrap your shit up. If you around here know you fucking around, wrap it up. I don't give a fuck what they say. Put a raincoat on it. Everybody has to wear their rubbers, bitch. Now, if you married, that's different. But still, y'all go together and get your shit checked. But anyway. Oh, and if you need somewhere to go or you need some advice about somewhere to go, send me an email. Because I don't want you dropping down in the comments asking, stuff. People asking about your business or whatever. And if you just don't give a fuck, then fine. Drop down in the comments and ask me. But I'll put my email up and some probably my Instagram as well, or either not TikTok, but I'm gonna put my email up. Email me and just let me know where you are, and I can find somewhere or help you find somewhere that you can go to get your free testing. But yeah, but again, that's why we don't fuck with the church, because they don't know how to treat people. I'm not gonna say every pastor is like that. Don't get me wrong. Every church is not like that. I've come to find that even in Houston, there are some churches that are LGBTQ friendly. And my thing with that is, they would say you're doing so much, it's blasphemy to even have a church that accepts that kind of thing or have a pastor that's over it. How so different is that than you have a pastor that's a whore, fucking over his wife and got outside kids and probably embezzling money and doing all kind of other shit, misappropriating funds that come from the church? What's so different about that one person that's being gay? So that one thing they got being gay and accepting other gay people and trying to bring them to salvation and help them understand that God still loves them too, and still is willing to and ready to open his arms and gaze to them now in the present and even in the afterlife. Why is that so difficult? And then with everything else, they're with their partner, they ain't cheating on them, they got a kid, but they're giving their child probably a fucking way better upbringing than you as a pastor could give yours, because you beating yours upside the head with the Bible. You're not telling them about life experiences. You're not educating them on the things that they need to know as an adult once they actually hit the ground. So that once they actually hit the ground, they hit the ground running, and they don't lose steam. And they know the fucking course, and they know what the fuck they're doing because they know what they want. So, with that being said, if any of you all have children that are in the lifestyle, lighten the fuck up. Bitch, get some acceptance. Get some nuality to your life. And that's a word I just made up because I don't even think it's in the motherfucking English dictionary. But get some nuality to your life. And at the end of the day, that's a product that the good gods above and spirits and angels and ancestors gave you as a gift. So how dare you turn it away and call it something as a curse? That is a blessing no matter how the fuck you see it. That's your child. And so you better open your motherfucking eyes and go in that room and sit down and have a conversation with your child. Because nothing is promised tomorrow. That's not your old ass. It's not your child, because it depends on how the relationship is. These people now, in my day, we didn't do all this stuff with, continuous suicide and shit like that. I've had my moments, don't get me wrong. Oh yes, I will admit to you all, like I said, I'm an open book, bitch. I've had my moments twice. But I had a realization, and it came with conversation. And so that's what you all need to have with your children. It's not me telling y'all how to parent, but I'm telling you, if you want to be involved in your child's life, you don't want your child to be out here wilding out doing all kind of crazy ass shit, you better get it together. Because that's your gift. A child is a precious thing. I don't give a fuck how you see it. A child is a precious thing. There are people that have children that are born with deformities, and they're proud of their children. And you can't be proud of your healthy child that's walking around here and say that they love on same-sex partners. Are you fucking serious? Listen, cousin. I tell all my cousins and my family and my friends, I'm the bitch that speaks the truth when you don't want to hear it. So don't ask me. Don't bring it up to me. Don't bring it around me, because if you keep badgering my motherfucking listeners with it, my motherfucking antennas, my microphone is going to come on. Wait. Yes, testing. Bitch, I got something to say. And what I have to say about this, and I've told several family members, like, listen, you with that bullshit with your child, and you don't, life is a precious thing. So to be able to bring life or have any part of bringing life into this world, you have to protect it at all costs. And with protecting it comes love and understanding, right? So if, again, you have a child or a family member that you know of, niece, nephew, whatever, get your ass over there and have a conversation with them. Because they got one of y'all in that family got some sanity. Out of all them Baptists or Pentecostals over in there, or devout Catholics or some of them other religions, somebody in their family understands that child. And somebody needs to open their mouth and go over there and talk to them. Because we losing too many young children behind some bullshit like this. But that's what I was saying back in our day. We bitches wasn't knocking. We just wasn't killing ourselves. I'm not knocking anybody's child. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mocking that. I'm just saying, back then we just, beat a bitch up. I'm finna fuck you. Listen, you talking too much shit. You getting on my nerves. So me and my mouth, 9 times out of 10, the bitch that's talking shit to me, when I've heard enough, and I done sized you up, and I figured I got a strategy of how this is going to work. When you come at me, my mouth get to running, and I start saying shit back. And when I start saying shit back, bitches get mad. And they get so mad, they want to lay around there and they want to lay hands on me. And when they decide they want to lay hands on me, that is the ultimate ticket for me to open the door of opportunity to whoop their motherfucking ass. Now, I do not condone that violence at all. I'm not telling you to teach your kids violence. I'm just sitting there saying, back in them times, I had bullies. I had bullies all the time. And everybody thought because I was tall, I was so fucking tall in the class, the bitches thought I was too old and dumb to be in that grade. Like, no, bitch. I may have gotten held back once, but I'm just taller than the average kid. My dad is like fucking 6'4". So I'm the tallest child. So with that, it's like I was always like this at school with my arms up. He's like, you security guard. My whole thing, I wasn't a security guard. I was ready to lay around and knock your motherfucking Mario coins out if you fucked around me the wrong way. And that's what I'm saying. We have to start teaching tough skin and let them understand that everybody is not going to accept you as you are. That's just true tea. But at the same time, you can't let that discourage you. You still have a life to live. And especially if you live in your life, that 1% right there, right? 1% at 1% as to where they see it as wrong, but you're doing everything else right. You got to give yourself some credit. A lot of y'all don't give yourself enough credit for the things that you do, the things that you think, your ways the ways you act and how you treat people. I guarantee you, take a moment tonight if you watch this video, get to yourself, because some of y'all probably saying, I can think about 10 motherfuckers right now and loan about $30 to $150, bitch, ain't no getting my motherfucking money back. Me too. But the bottom line, take a moment after this video and sit and think, like small shit, how much you help somebody. When I say help somebody, that's so much as sitting on the phone, listening to me yelp about that same motherfucking nigga they been fucking around with for the longest, knowing he ain't gonna get no better, he ain't gonna change, and she need to go ahead and leave him. You know what I'm saying? All this different, those kind of things, or somebody that's down that just lost their job, or failed a test in school. Just being that person on the phone, because I'm telling you, those moments, if you're a cousin or a friend to somebody, that shit really counts. And if it does not count to them, you got to give yourself credit for it. Because what other motherfuckers don't give you credit for, you got to pat your goddamn self on the back. And I even say to those drag queens that was in that church, pat yourself on the back for a few things. For being brave enough to go into that church with them wigs on and them heels. Because me personally, I'd have been afraid of what I was going to say or do if I had gotten called out. Getting called out and then not saying anything back to that man. Because when I tell you, I'd have called him all kind of fresh, sweet belly, baby back rib, multicolored chocolate, dark ass, fake ass, motherfucking TD Jakes wannabe ass motherfucker. I'd have laid that motherfucker straight up having. Well, you shouldn't talk to no man and God like that. Fuck that. He shouldn't talk to me like that either. That motherfucker is a human being. He's a man. He's flesh and blood just like me. Well, he has the anointing. Says who? Him? What the fuck ever. Most of us out here now that's doing the work of the Lord, we have more anointing on us than half them motherfuckers sitting behind a pulpit every Sunday trying to tell you how to live your life. But anyway, like I said, the bottom line is I decided I didn't give a fuck. I decided I was going to get on here and get ghetto motherfucking ratchet behind the gay motherfucking community for Pride Month because I never really have. I never addressed these kind of subjects, but I think I will from now on because at the end of the day, what I've done is my new manager, yes, I have a manager now. My new manager was looking over my analytics and my videos and was realizing that you motherfuckers like ratchet. Y'all like when I get up on this bitch being ratchet and talking plenty of shit and dragging bitches through the motherfucking mud and letting them have it. That's what y'all like. That's fucked up. That is so fucked up. But I mean, hey, y'all love what y'all love, period. Don't be ashamed. And just because y'all love that, guess what? Looking at the analytics and going over the motherfucking numbers, I shall be your ratchet king. Your royal ratchetness. In some instances, because I'm not no ignorant bitch, but I can go there. But bottom line is, like I said, gay bashing is transgender bashing, whatever, drag queen. It's just so overrated. It's just so done. It's just like, at the end of the day, the world is moving forward. Hell, there may be some things in the community I don't always agree with. But I'm not about to get on any platform of mine and sit up here and rant and rave. Now, sometimes I guarantee you I motherfucking will. And I don't give a fuck how they feel about it. I'm gonna try to touch it with love, but I'm gonna fuck up the thing. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna always try to be respectful, but I'm gonna always speak my motherfucking mind. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for this. That's all I can even think of right about now. Because if I keep on talking, we're gonna be on this motherfucking. I'm already 42 minutes in. I said I won't even be that motherfucking long. But yeah. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first video. If this is not your first video, please go ahead now and at least hit the like button. And that's for everybody. That's a thumbs up. And also share these videos with somebody. Share them with somebody you know. Share with somebody you don't know. Share with somebody you like. Share with some motherfucker you don't give no shit about. Because 9 times out of 10, like I tell you all the time, I'll probably be the one thing that brings y'all together. Always, first and foremost, give yourself love and credit for all that you do. You are an awesome, amazing motherfucking cousin. You are an awesome, amazing human being. Tell yourself that every motherfucking day you wake up, bitch, you are king or queen. And if you decide to be both, hey, bitch, it's your world. We just living in it. How about that? I'm here for it. Love on those who love on you in the same in return. Because if not, then go ahead and you gotta go. Because we ain't got time for that lanyard shit. All right, love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves and happy Pride Month. I got more videos coming, y'all. All right, later.